Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club. Hey, welcome everybody to another edition of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We are your hosts.
I'm Dayna Pereira.
And I'm Brimstone, and it's going to be a wicked episode because right now, Dayna is here as far as you can see her. But right now, she's having fun in the sun, shaking her ass, watching herself. You know what I'm saying? She's drinking some Mai Tais in one hand, got some pina coladas in the other hand. Her husband's dancing around doing the hula hula dance. They just having a blast. I'm telling you, man, I am super stoked and super excited for you. And hopefully you're getting in on some pig roast at the time. And, hey, look. Worst case scenario, come back, you got a little belly because you ate too much. We'll just say, hey, it's a baby belly.
I fucking hope so. I hope so. I mean, I don't hope the baby belly, but I do hope that I come back at least 5 pounds heavier than when I left. That's the goal.
There you go. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to enjoy yourself. So I hope you're enjoying yourself. You probably got my message and we're like, oh, Brim, you're such a jackass for bothering me on my vacation. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to send you love whether you like it or not. And, again, I am so happy that you got your chance to go away. And again, happy birthday to you, my dear.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just going to soak this all up for the entire month of April. So if you guys are sick and tired of hearing about my birthday, you're going to have to suck it up for 2 more weeks.
Suck it up, Buttercup. It's time. It's time. Yeah. It is time. The Dirty Little Secrets time. Anyway, what do you call it? First and foremost, welcome to the club. If you're new here, we appreciate you coming, stopping by. Hopefully you will grab yourself a free membership because we love to have more members. The more members, the more people that know about Dirty Little Secrets Club, obviously helps us put out more material. And again, Dayna, the first little rule of Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Yeah, the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hit us up on social media. Make sure you hit us up on all the little formats in Apple's podcast. Apple Podcast. Well, it used to be iTunes.
How about them apples?
Apple Podcast, Spotify, anywhere where you can actually leave a nice review. A nice 5-star review is appreciated.
Very
especially
important.
Since Dayna's birthday month. I mean, come on now. We got to do at least in this month and in August. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you need. Look us up. Right?
We're accepting 5 stars all month long. So don't miss your opportunity.
That's what I'm talking about. What do you call it? And Dayna, are you about ready to start moving on this?
I am so ready for this.
Okay. You've got the first one, and I am looking at it, and I'm pretty excited to hear it. So
it's kind of hilarious. I was taking my girlfriend on our first date and somehow lost my wallet. I know. I asked her if she wanted to wait in the car while I paid and used the bathroom. She went to the car. I waited a couple of minutes and then I hightailed it out of there without paying. I found my wallet on the floor of the car the next morning.
Oh, he dined and dashed. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Look, you probably should have just said, hey, I can't find my wallet. It'll take a little bit longer. I just have to stop and go grab grab some money from home or something like that. Or, whatever you had to do. Listen, I know plenty of people that dine and dash. Somebody's got to pay for it. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, indifferent, whatever it is, but you know what I mean? Like, you're putting yourself and depending on where you live, the young lady that you were with in a pretty bad predicament, because in certain areas like Georgia per se, if you technically that's theft, and technically if they would catch you, all right, and they say
she's an accomplice.
She's an accomplice, and she goes to jail with you. Just so you're aware. And they don't play games. You will get a few years for something as silly as that. Even though it's not silly, you shouldn't be stealing. But look, everybody's done something like that in their past. But you know what I mean. I'm just putting it out there, so this way I know somebody that was in Georgia, and she was in the car with two guys that did something wrong, and rather than getting out of the car, she was still in the car, had no idea what was going on. They got pulled over, arrested, and she went down with the rest of them because you get arrested for the same thing that they got arrested for, whether you did it or you didn't do it.
Man, that's rough. I'm just imagining like the pure fucking panic you must have felt whenever you reached into your pocket and realized that there was no fucking wallet there. Because whenever you're panicked, that adrenaline starts pumping, and then you start like your brain isn't thinking properly, and you're like, okay, how do I get myself? It's like fight or flight, you're like, how do I get myself out of this situation? And he was like, hey, I'm gonna pay, and I gotta go drop a deuce, so you want to go wait in the car for a couple of minutes, and I'll be right out.
Call a friend, you know what I mean? Phone a friend, you know what I'm saying? Unless this was way back when, and there were no cell phones at that point, when you could still grab a quarter and go dial a friend. Have somebody drop the stuff off, make your order, go out to the car. Hey, they're a little backed up. It's going to be a minute, and have somebody come in clutch, that's, listen, man, I've come in clutch for friends before. They're like, crap, I'm at the restaurant. We spent a lot more than what I expected. I don't have a card with me. I only had X amount of cash. Can you come by? And I went and I drove over there, and I, made sure to meet them on the side, dropped some cash to them, and they took care of me later. You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, there's always a way to figure it out without doing something that's going to.
This totally just jogged a memory of mine. You want to hear some stupid ass shit that I did whenever I was younger?
I would love to.
I was dating this guy that did not have money. And at that point, I was doing pretty well for myself. And so I did have money. And when we would go out to restaurants and stuff like that, he didn't have the money to pay for it. So I would like slip him money under the table because people would give him the bill, and then he'd just like take it and pay the bill with my money. But nobody else would know that it was my money because I would slip it to him under the table.
Well, first of all, that's nice of you. So you're telling me this guy didn't take care of you? You were taking care of him?
Basically, yeah.
Oh.
Apparently, I have some sort of weird mommy complex where I had to like mother everybody that I dated. I'm out of that habit now, thank God.
I hate, what do you call it? Well, I don't want to talk about that now, but yeah, no, I with something else. Crazy. Yeah, it's nuts though.
Didn't want to like emasculate him. So instead I just, just put some money under the table and be like, okay, here you go, pay the bill. Make it like it's your money.
Nobody saw you open up your purse and kind of be like, oh, look at that. All right. Look at that.
No, I mean, maybe they did. I'm sure I wasn't that sly about it, but I mean, in my own head, I was like 007. So
fair enough. All right, let's move along. All right. I tell my husband that I like a nice hot bath to relax, but I'm really in there masturbating. I'll orgasm 3 or 4 times before getting out, and he thinks my face is all red because the bath is so hot. No, she's in there pleasuring herself to photos of old Brim. That's all you got to know, sir. Just know it and appreciate it. She's going back when old Brim was looking hot, and she just, you know what I mean, enjoying the crap out of herself. I can't help it. Look, I got fans too. Just because Dayna's got some good guy fans that want to send her things doesn't mean I don't have female friends that send me things. That's all I got to say. But I don't know. I'm just going. I can't.
I've needed to pick me up, so.
Like, come on, man. And he doesn't hear it. Are you quiet? Okay, fair enough.
Pretty sure girls are quiet. I mean, I'm quiet whenever I take care of business. I'm not in there like, sounding like a chicken.
But it depends on how crazy of an orgasm it is. I gotta believe.
Oh
right?
No, most of my intense orgasms are quiet ones.
And you want to know why? Because you don't want the kids to hear.
Yes,
you've trained yourself. You've 100%. Trained yourself. I can guarantee you if the kids weren't home and you had the house all to yourself, or if the two of you had the house all to yourself, you'd be making noise like a banshee.
Maybe. It's possible.
Oh, I do. Oh,
it's
hell, I do.
It's a good theory.
I let it all out. I'm just like, wah! You know what I mean? It's just shit. Freaking kidding me. And I will make that headboard go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Our listeners just learned that both of us sound like dying chickens when we orgasm.
No, it's like more like a grunting bull on my end. But you know, what do you call it? To be honest, sometimes I wonder how I have not put holes into our wall. You know, but what do you call it? Listen, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it is what it is. And we hopefully my knee will start getting better soon. We'll go back to all of that stuff.
It does sound relaxing though. For her, I mean, you're in a bath and you're masturbating. I mean, that's like peak relaxation.
No, my friend, I don't think she's actually in the bath. I think she's just masturbating. From what it looks like, she says that she likes a nice hot bath, but she's really in there diddling the diddly.
Oh, see, I'd combine forces. I'd do both.
I guess then you need something that you can use in and out. I don't know.
Fingers work just fine.
Okay. Well, you're old school. Look at that. Yeah. You can only go so far with that.
We're learning today. We are learning.
You could use your fingers too. Hey, look, man. Some women it takes a lot longer to warm up than others. That's it.
That's true.
So,
that's true. Maybe that's the other thing that my kids train me to do is be really fast.
Oh, Joe, you're so lucky.
I know, isn't he? Kidding. Luckiest man in the world.
Luckiest man in the world. It's just like, woo! Anyways, listen, sweetheart, if you're enjoying playing with yourself and diddling yourself in there, then great. What do you call it? I guess, you know, I mean, what else can I say? But my only curiosity with this is like, well, so you don't want to have the actual act? You don't want to involve him? Like, is that like, why?
No,
you know what I mean?
It's time consuming. It's time. See, sometimes.
Hold on a minute.
And I will
3 or 4 times, Dayna. 3 or 4 times. That's
3 or 4 times will take you 7 minutes.
The hell, man! I've been doing something wrong all this time.
Well, girls know their bodies, so they know exactly what to do to get themselves off quickly. But it's sometimes if you just want to get off and you don't want the rest of the work that goes with it, you know, it's nice to just, you know, go take care of business yourself. Not saying that there's anything wrong with sex. I love sex, but sometimes it's just, if you're just wanting to relax and like, just let one go, then that's the way to do it. Real quick, all by yourself. Takes only a couple minutes.
Fair enough. All right. You know, hey, look, I, you know, all right. That's fine. I get insulted. I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know. I guess I'm insulted. It's like, hey, I'm here. Let me do it. I'm happy to do it. I don't need to go and you know, I don't need to go through the act of sex. You know, I can sit and, you know, do all the other things without getting off. But
you already admitted that you're like, you need warmed up. You need like the affection.
Me personally.
Yeah. So that's time consuming.
but I don't need that if I'm doing the deeds. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if I'm taking care of, if I'm taking care of her, I don't need, and I'm not asking
she's like,
to be taking care of myself.
I need you to just like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and get the hell out. You're good with that?
If I have to, yeah, I've done it before. It's not like the first time.
Oh, I will definitely. I will say that to my husband too. I'll be like, yo, tonight, I just like, we're not taking our time. I'm tired and I also need an orgasm. So let's just get in, let's get out, let's go to bed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, it's what do you call it? I don't like all the time like that. You know what I mean? That's my thing. And it is what it is. What do you call it? There's nothing more I can say. And again, I'm not talking about, what I'm talking about is not specifically just sex, because you don't have to. If she wants something and she's going to go diddle herself, I'm talking about this woman or whatever. Well, technically, if they don't have to have all the sex, he could just sit there and maybe use a toy on her or go down on her or do whatever needs to be done to help her along and be part of the act. Right?
it's time consuming, man. if you're just wanting to like have an orgasm and move on with your day, which, like that, then him using the toy and having to figure out where she already knows where her spot is. She's like, bing, bang, boom, done. And then she's got to wait for him to figure it out. And then she has to like pretend like she likes something for a little while, or she has to like spend the time to like show him where it goes and stuff. It's time consuming.
Or she could do the work and he could be a part of it, right?
Sure.
Okay. Then
it sounds like he's going to want to like get in there. It sounds like a lot of work. It sounds like
wow.
Let me rephrase that. It sounds like a lot of work for a time when you just want to like have an orgasm and move on with your day. Because literally I could walk into the closet right now and then come back in, I don't know, 45 seconds and be like, okay, good to go. Let's go.
You're a trooper, Dayna.
Yeah.
You're a trooper. What do you call it? No, well, okay. So here it is. And I'm only staying on this for a little bit longer. I apologize. I know we got to move on, but I'm staying on this a little bit longer. What do you call it? The fact is that most men are always ready to go. They're ready to go and they'll love a piece of anything. So for a guy to be willing to help the gal along, you know what I mean, should be no problem. But a girl, but on the female side, the woman doesn't necessarily always want the pecker, but she might just want to get off. But what do you call it? And she's not always in the mood. So like, let me take a step back. The girl's not always in the mood, which means the guy sometimes is stuck doing it himself. Otherwise, he doesn't get off at all. You know what I mean? As to where if the guy is almost always in the mood and the guy is more than willing to help out with anything simply to be involved. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, we have
It's too much work.
Bing, bang, boom. Sometimes you just, it's just easier. You're just like, all right, I'm just going to take care of business and move on with my life.
Danielle's not allowed to watch this show.
Yeah. She's going to be like, see, she does it.
See, I don't need you, asshole. I don't need you. I don't need any part of that.
So it's not that I don't need my husband. Like I said, I do enjoy having all the sex with him as well.
All the sex.
But sometimes, like if I get horny in the middle of the day and my husband's at work, or, I just want to just get it out, have the release and move on, it's real quick for me to take care of business really fast and then move on with my day.
Fair enough. Next.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Next. Yeah. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is you next,
yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one says, my boyfriend wanted to go down on me, but I had just started my period. I figured it couldn't be that bad yet since it was day one. So I just let him. Turns out he liked the taste, and now he always asks when I'm going to start so he can get a taste. He doesn't do it on day 2, just day 1, but who knows? Maybe I'll try and convince him. Brim's face. Oh, Brim's face.
Oh, all right. Listen, I'm okay with, doing things, on the red flow. You know what I'm saying? Like ant flow never bothered me before. You know what I'm saying? However, as to where I am good to go down south whenever the hell I'm asked to do it or not asked to do it, I am always willing and able for that.
Yeah.
However, during that time, it's really not. It's like, all right, I just took a dump, suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like, Like,
yeah.
In all fairness, and when a woman is on a period, whether it's the day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or whatever it is, you also have period shits and all that stuff. And you know what I mean? Like, listen, man, I've been married for 20 years. Well, I've been with my wife for 20 years and I was with plenty of women before. I know the drill. Okay. The fact of the matter is, and when you're close to the end of that time of the month, okay, and you think it's gone and you go in and you wind up getting it on, it could wind up coming right on back for another couple of days because you just did the dude. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, yeah. I wouldn't be. That's one thing that I have no problem going down. Love it. That's one of my favorite things in the world. But it's like, it's my happy place. But not when the blood's flowing. Would you agree with me?
It is definitely not my thing. I don't think that I'd like want to make out with my husband after that or anything. No. However, people are into some shit. I mean, there's people out there wearing diapers and wearing furry costumes and stuff like that. Like if it's his thing, I mean, people eat soap, like there's different strokes for different folks. If he likes it and she's cool with it, then hey, you two are a match made in heaven and go for it.
Just be careful, don't give him any garlic because he's very well maybe a vampire. That's all I gotta say.
Take
just
all the crucifixes down out of the house.
If there's no reflection, maybe you have a little issue there. You know what I mean? Or maybe you enjoy it.
Maybe we need to ask Mesmerelda about this.
That's what I'm talking. Right. Oh my God. I have to call her. She actually messaged me. I forgot to call her back. What do you call it? I don't listen, man. If you don't mind the guy coming up with ketchup all over his face, you know what I mean? Then that's up to you. I don't know. I can't, I couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't my bag, but hey, seriously, it's funny how people like attract each other, right? Like what are the odds that you're going to find a dude that wants to eat you out when you're on your period?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Weird.
But
good for you guys.
Maybe just on the outside, up on the top, right where, but even that, it gets irritated after a while. You gotta work around, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna move along if you're okay with it.
Go for it.
Yeah. I think we're on the same page.
Just tasting pennies in my mouth right now.
Right. Like I can't even. No, I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Anyway. Moving forward, I completely made up a boyfriend during quarantine so my family would just leave me alone. Now I use him to get out of things like, sorry, Mom, can't make Auntie's birthday because Jeff has a work picnic. There is no Jeff. There is no work picnic. I'm going to have to stage a breakup soon, though, because now they want to meet him. Fair enough. Hey, if that's the case, right.
Sounds like the beginning of like a J-Lo and Ben Affleck movie or something, like their next rom-com.
Are they still together again, or are they broken up already?
No, they're still together.
They're still together again?
Yeah, they're getting married. They're getting hitched.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For the second time?
Yeah.
Weren't they married already?
They didn't get married. No, they were engaged the first time around, but
did she still have the original ring, or did he have to get it? How did that work? I don't know.
He took it off of Jennifer Garner's finger and was like, "Hey, can I get that back?" And then he was like, "Here."
Ooh, oh my lordy lord. I don't know, man. Listen, first and foremost, if you were with J-Lo and you let that go, you were a dumb mofo. That's all I gotta say. I mean, she is. Yeah, that's a win right there.
My husband might leave me for Leo, but I would definitely leave him for J-Lo.
Well, hey, it is what it is. I mean, Leo, though, over the years, he's, I'm a big guy all around. His head is just super big. Have you like when you look at him now, isn't his head just like extremely huge?
He's grown into some body parts.
It's just like it's like a mushroom sized head. You know what I mean? Like this giant head and this tinier body, I don't know if he's a little bit heavier at this point right now, but as far as I know,
that could have been for a role, like actors are constantly going up and down with their weight and stuff like that because they have to, bulk up for this role, or they have to get skinny for this role, or they, so who even knows? I don't even pay attention to any of that anymore because I'm like, who knows why? Maybe they're just stressed out. Maybe they're getting paid $17 million.
It's possible, but I'm just talking about, it looks like he has an abnormally sized head. You haven't noticed that? He didn't, not when he was younger. but like the older he got, it looks like his head is ginormous compared
like
to the rest of his
now?
body. Yes. Like, look, Dayna, look at it. Trust me. Look at like more recent photos and tell me I'm wrong. Like, okay. Seriously.
I'm going to have to scour the internet. I will Google when we are done, and I will let you know what I think.
Yes, not when we're done, because right now you're dancing in a hula skirt on the beach. Right. And what do you call it? And so I don't want to take that time away from you. However, when you're back, you got to take a look, and then we can have a conversation about it on the next episode.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right. Anyway, I think that's about all the time we have. You want to take us out?
Yeah, guys, if you would like to submit your dirty little secret, you can anonymously submit at thedirtylittlesecretsclub.com. And also don't forget that the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you hit us up, 5-star reviews on all the things. Make sure you hit us up on all the social media. And as always, we love you. We appreciate you. And thank you for being part of the club. Have a fantastic rest of the week. We'll see you next time. You think we want something from you? You got another thing coming.